Hello and welcome to another. My name is Maddie. And I am going to. Are you ready to. Let's begin. As you might have noticed, I'm a bit sick today. And in this lesson, we are going to talk about some health and illness, vocabulary, and idioms in English. 3 of my friends are also very sick. Let's see what's going on. Hey, Joe, what's the matter?
I don't get sick very often. I may have aches and pains from time to time, but I have never been at death's door. This morning, however, I was feeling out of sorts. I have a runny nose and sore throat. I think I've caught a cold.
Let's have another look at what Joe said and learn some vocabulary. I don't get sick very often. Listen up. We say get sick or become sick. 2 verbs we can use, get or become. Instead of sick, you can say ill. So get sick, get ill. Become sick, become ill. I don't get sick very often. I may have aches and pains from time to time. What is aches and pains? Well, aches and pains are minor pains and illnesses. So from time to time, which is a very interesting way of saying sometimes, from time to time, Joe feels some aches and pains. But it's not something very serious. But I've never been at death's door. What does that mean? To be at death's door means to be so close to death, to be so sick that you feel you are dying. You are at death's door. You feel like you're so sick that you are dying. This morning, however, I was feeling out of sorts. I was feeling out of sorts. A very interesting way of saying I was sick. So instead of saying I was sick, you can say I was out of sorts or I was feeling out of sorts. Today, I feel a little bit out of sorts. I have a runny nose. Runny nose. It's when your nose is always wet and you have to clean it with a tissue. I have a runny nose and sore throat. Sore throat is when you have pain in your throat and it's too difficult to swallow. I think I've caught a cold. Caught a cold? What does that mean? Caught is the past and past participle of catch. To catch a cold means to become sick, to get a cold. So the past is I caught a cold. All right, that was Joe. Now let's listen to Jesse. Hey Jesse, what's the matter?
Hey mate, I'm as sick as a dog today. I was a bit under the weather last night, but I didn't think it would exacerbate. I feel really poorly and I need to make an appointment with my doctor. Plus, I don't think I can go to work. I have to call in sick.
Let's have another look together at what Jesse said to learn some words and phrases about health and illness. Hey mate, I'm as sick as a dog. As sick as a dog, this is a very informal way of saying I'm very sick. I'm as sick as a dog. I was a bit under the weather last night. A very interesting idiom. Under the weather, what does it mean? Does it mean to be under the weather? That doesn't make sense. To be under the weather means to be a little sick, to feel a little bit unwell, to be under the weather. I feel under the weather today. It means I'm a bit sick. But I didn't think it would exacerbate. I didn't think it would exacerbate. Exacerbate, what does that mean? Exacerbate means to get worse. Now listen, exacerbate is very formal. Get worse is more informal. I feel really poorly. Feel poorly means to feel a bit ill. I feel poorly. Now, I feel really poorly means to feel really ill. And I need to make an appointment with my doctor. Appointment is a fixed schedule of meeting somebody. Now, an appointment with your doctor means you have a fixed schedule of meeting or visiting your doctor. What is the verb we use with appointment? Make an appointment. To make an appointment means to call your doctor's office and ask for an appointment. After making the appointment, you have an appointment with your doctor.
I'd like to make an appointment.
Okay, let's continue. Plus, I don't think I can go to work. I have to call in sick. To call in sick or to phone in sick means to call your work and say that you cannot come because you are unwell, because you are under the weather, because you feel poorly. So to call in sick or to phone in sick means to call work and say,
Hi, I can't come. I'm really sick. Bye.
and that was Jesse. Now let's listen to my third friend, Jack. Hi, Jack. What's the matter?
Well, I'm a bit off color today. A few days ago, I had a heavy cold, but now I think I've gone over the worst. I think I've gone down with the flu, but I'm on the mend now.
Let's have another look at what Jack said to learn some words and phrases about health and illness. Well, I'm a bit off color. I'm a bit off color today. To be a bit off color means to have a pale skin because you were sick. So when you say someone is off color or someone is a bit off color means they are feeling a bit unwell. They are a little bit sick. Therefore, their skin is pale, colorless. It looks white. They are off color. A few days ago, I had a heavy cold. To have a cold means to be sick. To have a heavy cold means to be seriously sick. So we can say have a cold, have a heavy cold, and, do you remember? Catch a cold. But now I think I've gone over the worst. I've gone over the worst? What does it mean? To go over the worst. Isn't that clear? To go over the worst means to go through the most painful and most serious stage of illness. For example, last night I was really sick. Today I'm better. So I feel I've gone over the worst. It means I have passed the most serious and the most painful stage of sickness. I've gone over the worst. I think I've gone down with the flu. A very interesting way of saying I have the flu. I've gone down with the flu. To go down with an illness means to become ill. To go down with the flu means to get the flu. To go down with a cold means to get a cold. But I'm on the mend now. I'm on the mend. What does it mean to be on the mend? To be on the mend means to be getting better and better and better. To be recovering from an illness. So to recover from an illness means to be on the mend, to be getting better and better. Now, before we review all the vocabulary of this lesson, let me tell you something. If you want to improve your English dramatically, you can join my online English courses. I offer 3 courses: Beginner English course, Intermediate English course, and Advanced English course. If you are not sure of your level, you can take a free placement test on my website. You can also read the course description and see the course video. Simply click on this link or the link in the description below, or go on Google and search POC English. Okay, let's begin reviewing the vocabulary and idioms of this lesson. All right, the first one was to get sick or to get ill, to become sick or to become ill. These are 4 different ways of becoming or getting sick. Next was to have aches and pains. Aches and pains means to have minor and not really serious illnesses and pains in your body, to have aches and pains from time to time, which means sometimes. The next one was to be at death's door, which is a very interesting idiom. To be at death's door means to be really sick, to be so sick that you feel you are dying. Next was to feel out of sorts. To feel out of sorts. To feel a bit unwell. To feel a bit sick. To feel out of sorts. Next one was to have runny nose, sore throat, and to catch a cold. To catch a cold means to have a cold, to get a cold. Last night was really cold outside. I think I've caught a cold. Past and past participle of catch, caught. I think I've caught a cold. Another interesting idiom, to be as sick as a dog, which means to be really sick. To be under the weather means to be a little bit unwell. You can also say to feel poorly. To feel poorly means to feel a bit unwell. You can also say to be off color. To be off color means to be a bit unwell, to be sick. A very interesting verb, exacerbate, which means to get worse. Exacerbate. Now, when you are sick, what do? You call your doctor and you make an appointment. The next thing you do is you call in sick or you phone in sick, which means you call work and say, I can't come, I'm really sick. I'm at death's door. I'm as sick as a dog. I feel poorly. If the most painful and most serious stage of illness has passed, you can say, I've gone over the worst. I think I've gone over the worst. Now that you've gone over the worst, what's happening? You are on the mend. It means you are getting better and better and better. And another interesting way of saying to catch a cold or to get the flu is to go down with. To go down with the flu means to get a flu. And that's it, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson. If you want to have the lesson summary of this video, all the idioms and all the vocabulary with their examples, with some beautiful pictures in a PDF file for free, what you need to do is to give me your email address. How? Go to my website, pocenglish.com. You can Google it, or you can click on the link in the description, enter your email address, and hit subscribe. See ya!